A group of youth based in Colombo are preparing for theatrical event, We Day 2012, Write-ins to End Violence Against Women and Girls in Sri Lanka. The plays are directed by Anuruddha Fernando and Hans Billy Moria.
ලස්සන කෙල්ලෙක් එදාවට පහළ තට්ටුවේ ලිෆ්ට් එකේදී හම්බුණ කොළු ගැටයගේ hinaවමයි මේ කෙල්ලට තියෙන්නේ. මම හිතුවා මේකේ කොල්ලගේ නංගිද කියලා. ඒත් ටිකක් විපරම් කරලා බලද්දි තමයි මම දැනගත්තේ. මේ කොල්ලා ගෙදර ඉන්නේ තනියම.
Backed by the Grassrooted Trust, an independent local organization, the play comprises of 7 pieces written by Sri Lankans working in the field of sexual and reproductive health and rights. In addition to violence against women, homosexuality, transgender, and issues related to incest are also discussed in the plays. Following the success of the We Day 2011 event, which mainly featured a collection of monologues written by international authors and playwrights, the We Day 2012 showcases incidents which take place in day-to-day lives in the local context.
Issues like rape, issues like incest, issues like abortion, issues like emotional violence actually were showcased in such a way that people are forced to think about them. Now, that is why we've even decided this year to really take a look at Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan issues. Now, we need something here in Sri Lanka. What do we think here in Sri Lanka? What is happening here among the Tamil-speaking community, among the Sinhala-speaking community? And that's also something different that we've tried this time.
அக்காவுக்கு ப்ரப்போஸ் வந்துருச்சு. அவனை பார்த்தா எனவே எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. அவனோட மீசையும் ஆளும் அவன் எப்படி தான் அக்கா விருப்பப்பட்டாலோ தெரியாது. அக்கா கல்யாணம் முடிச்சு அவனோட போயிட்டா. அப்பாவும் வெளியூர் போயிட்டார். நான் தனியா தான் வீட்டில் இருந்தேன். ஒரு கிழமையா நான் தனியா தான் இருந்தேன். எனக்கு அக்காவை பார்க்கணும் போல இருந்துச்சு. அக்காவுக்கு நான் முத்தம் கொடுத்தேன். எனக்கு நீ வேணும் அக்கா, ப்ளீஸ்.
It's more about just getting people to talk about different issues. So, for example, some of the issues we're discussing are abortion, and at the moment they're only allowing abortions for women who are about to die from complications. But what happens in situations where there's rape, in cases where there's incest? Why don't these people have a right to have abortions? One of the other issues we're talking about is emotional violence, which is basically violence in relationships where the dynamics between a couple allows for certain statements like, don't you love me, or don't you trust me, because if you love me and you trust me, you have to do certain things.
You're a teacher.
Excuse me?
Looking at you, I think you'll be a great biology teacher. Huh? I bet the little boys run dry just thinking of you.
I teach history.
Ha! History! Hilarious.
Why hilarious?
Just hilarious. Doesn't mean a thing.
Well, regardless of what you think, Ayya, I enjoy teaching history. And my students are girls, not boys. I teach in a convent.
So, girls can have crushes on their teachers now.
Good morning, Nancy. Yes, I'm here with Pastor Noah R.K. Kamarune, who has been kind enough to grant us this exclusive interview.
Taking into consideration the importance of pinpointing issues which society is hesitant to speak about explicitly, the We Day 2012 performances highlight some of the controversies, complexities, and taboos faced by both male and female on the basis of their sexual orientation in an innovative and powerful way.
Well, being gay is unnatural. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Indeed. But what about the doctors that have said that homosexuality is not a disease?
Pinky, I can find you doctors in this country who will say that cancer is not a disease for the right price.
I think it's important that in a society that doesn't talk about the subject because it's considered taboo, or if there is violence against women or any gender for that matter, people think it's not my business, don't get involved in other people's affairs. Because of that mentality that we have as a culture and as a society, these problems tend to increase. And that's why there isn't a solution out there, because it's not because of the law, or it's not because of the police forces not enforcing the law, it's not because of administration, it's because of people like you and me who don't speak up.
Pray the Gay Away program is indeed evidence.
Their mission is not to change society overnight, but to provoke a discussion on how people should be respected regardless of their sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. As the actors point out, this is only the starting point towards changing societal attitudes.
ලයින් කළා